Hi, Gabriela. I'm really excited of meeting you today and getting your property ready to getting it sold. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm just ready to, move through this process, to be honest, and get it sold. So thank you
Absolutely.
for coming over. I appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure. And would you like me to remove my shoes or is that okay? Because I usually don't bring shoes at home.
You're fine. Yep, you're fine just as is.
Perfect. Okay, so like I said, this meeting should take about 20 to 30 minutes, or it can be a little bit longer depending on how many questions you might have. I usually like to ask this question. I like to start by asking this question. Have you already decided that you want to sell this property?
100%. Like I said, I need to move on from this. We've gone through a divorce, and yeah, this is our last property that we're selling. So.
Okay, perfect. And I'm just gonna go through some questions that I ask you to make sure that I understand you perfectly. So you are looking for a professional agent with a great communication. Also, you want someone who can list your home for the fair price market value, right?
Yeah, I do want to make the most money possible.
Absolutely, and that's exactly why I'm here, and I will show you that in a minute. And have you decided that you want to list the home based on what the market can, help us to get the property sold, or are you okay, waiting 1 to 2, 3 years until you absolutely get what you're looking for?
No, I don't want to wait 1 to 2, 3 years. I want to get it sold in like the next month if possible. So,
Yeah, yeah. An empty house can become a liability, so we have to make sure we do
exactly.
that pretty quick, pretty faster. Okay, perfect. And you do have another meeting with two other agents.
Yes.
So you are still planning on meeting them. Okay, perfect. I brought the card, the score, I mean the profile, so you can take a look at it, and I can even help you make a decision on that if you would like. Okay, so I like to start with a little bit of marketing, then we'll go to the numbers, and then we are going to decide the final amount, the commission, and a little bit how much you are going to net at closing. Do you want me to start somewhere that you prefer, like market or comms? Where do you want me to start?
Just tell me, what you do. That's all I want. I just want to know what you do and then we'll go from there.
Okay, sounds good. So what I have prepared for your home is a very aggressive marketing. So as soon as we get the listing signed today, I am going to hire a professional photographer, okay, which is what every agents do. However, what I will do is I want the pictures, the media to be premium. Also, you can work with any other agents, but what I do bring to the table is that we have a very large social media platform, real estate platform. I don't know if you ever heard aggressive and active agents. Do you know the difference?
No, I really don't. I'm not sure.
It's very important that we really know who are we going to hire, okay? We can list the home at, let's say, 450 or 500, but if the marketing is not good and the home is not well presented, the buyers won't be able to see the value of what they are paying for, what we are asking. So a passive agent is basically an agent who's just gonna take pictures. Sometimes they use their own cell phone to take pictures. They just
Oh
put on the
no.
MLS, they just put on the MLS, put on Zillow, and then and they just wait and hope and pray that someone will actually come and buy the home. Most of the time, they don't even have a database to generate buyers. So what I personally do is that I have premium media for all of my listings, meaning you have 3D, you have YouTube videos, you have social media posts, and also we pay for advertisement for your property until it's sold. I'm not just relying on my personal followers because the goal is to make sure enough people see your home. I'm sure you have been able to look at the properties in our building, and you can see that some of the other properties that take like 70 days, 90 days to get sold. I want you to beat that number. In order for me to do that, we want people to know about your condo. Do you agree on me?
Yeah, I don't even want to do 70, 90 days to be honest, because like you mentioned, I mean, it's a liability to have it sitting. I don't even live in the area anymore. So if
Yeah.
something happens, I don't want to have to deal with taking a road trip up there to fix it. So no, I don't want to even wait 70 days to be honest. I'm
So
ready to go.
absolutely. So we will need to focus on three things: the agent that you hire with their experience, the marketing, and the price. So the marketing that we also bring is that since I am a local real estate agent, I do have a lot of listings in the area. I have already a database of buyers looking to buy from apartment complexes because we usually send flyers out there. So let's say, for example, we list your home today, and what I would do is I would send some postcards on apartment complexes around, people who are actually renting, because these are the clients, the other buyers. So we send a postcard about your property there. Once they have interest on your home, they usually submit the information on the link and we schedule a private showing, as you can see here. But that's not the only thing that we do. We also reach out to all of the agents who have recently sold in the area and in our building in the past 90 days. We ask them if they have any other agents in the pipeline, okay, in the database. We also call neighbors and you're just trying to speak with as many people as we can to get this property sold faster. Any questions on the marketing?
It's fine so far.
Yeah, and that would not be the only thing. We also market your home internationally. I just saw the condo. I don't know if you're familiar with Blue Cielo, just right behind us. It was a buyer from China. You just don't know where your buyer is going to come from. Do you really care, or do you care about the money in your bank account?
Exactly. I don't care where they come from.
Yeah, and I just want to show you this because I want you to know what kind of agent you will be working with once we sign the contract. So again, I already covered this, and I know you mentioned about communication. This is not the market that we had in 2021, 2022. It's a very interesting market. So it's very important for your agent to check the market every single week and keep you updated. The last thing you want is you sign the contract today. After 3 weeks, you don't hear from the agent. And the next time you hear from the agent is just to ask you for a price reduction. Is that sound familiar?
It does, to be honest. I never heard from her until, weeks would go by and then she would say, we need to reduce the price. Here's the comps. And the comps made no sense. She was comparing, me to, homes that were not really comps, in my opinion. I was very confused. She didn't walk me through anything. She just said, this is what needs to be done. I don't know. The trust wasn't there for me. So yeah, the communication was definitely lacking.
Absolutely. And the way that I like to work with clients, especially clients like you, is that I like to team up with you. I like that we work together. Once you get onboarded with me or with my team, I will show you a way to start checking the market on your end on top of receiving the weekly report. So whenever we meet or we speak over the phone, you have an idea what's going on. I have an idea, and we can come up to an aggressive strategy again if we had to readjust. So sellers like you usually say, you know what, I think I'll hire a ghost, okay? So this is my guarantee to you. Every single week, you are going to receive a weekly report. And the weekly report will look just like this. I will give you the numbers of showings, and then I will provide to you brokers' feedback. So to let you know what the brokers are actually saying. So you might be curious to know, okay, what do you say when you call those agents? So what I usually ask is three questions. Number one, were you able to access the property? Because many times they just come and they don't like the neighborhood. They just make a U-turn and you think you had a real showing, but you actually didn't have a real showing. Or they couldn't even open the lockbox because I usually use Supra for higher security for my clients, and you thought that you had a real showing, but no showing. So we want to make sure they actually, you know, show your home to the client. Number two, are we expecting any offer? We want to know what the market is saying about our property. We want to know, hey, it might be a potential offer that can come in the next weeks, or what's going on. Who are they comparing our property with? You know what I mean? I mean, you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Perfect. Number three, we want to ask about the price. It's very important. Yes, we can go over the comps. We agree on the price together here today. It takes me about 2 to 3, 4 hours sometimes to come up with, this market analysis that I'm going to show you. We can all agree today, but the real market is the buyers actively looking. They might say, "Oh yeah, we like it, but we didn't like it, but also we thought that the price was a bit higher." Okay, they might say, "Oh, I think the price is fair." So if they come up with a number, let's say 420, 410, 390, when we do meet next week, we already know where we need to be. We know like what kind of discussion we can have about the price. We cannot just slap a number on a property like this. We need to have real facts, real data. Any questions?
Mm-mm.
And also feel free to interrupt me. Okay, I really want you to team up with me and really be comfortable when we go through these numbers.
Yeah, this is fine.
So, and then the next question that I ask, or the last one, is just a basic comment. Hey, what was the deal breaker? What do you think we should improve? What do you think we need to do? And that will give you an idea on what we need to do next. And then I share with you my comments, basically everything, strategy, comments about the specific week. Now, the good thing is if you do not receive this weekly report, Mrs. Gabriela, you get to fire me with no questions asked, and you get paid $1,000. I actually do that so I can guarantee you that you will be hearing from me every single week. And if you don't want to fire me, you will still going to get paid $1,000. And then every time that I miss a communication or weekly report, you get another $1,000. So these are
Wow.
serious. I take my work, and I
Okay.
hope, and I'm 100% positive that together with this strategy, we'll be able to get your property sold.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good.
Now, we have established the marketing. We have also established the communication. So I want to go through the numbers with you so we can decide on what price is good for the condo. I want you to know that I am here to make you the most money possible. I don't care. I want you to get the most money possible, but also I want to be honest with you because you really need to sell. And I just don't want to say something just to make you happy and then sit again on the market for 6 months. Do you agree on that? Or are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's what I want. So,
Perfect. So as you can see here, I put up, like I said, it takes me about 3 to 4 hours sometimes to just come up with this. So that's a lot of work. And I'm sure that's the kind of dedication that you need to look into your next agent. I put up two sold, one penny because it's about to be sold, and three active listings. So let me explain that because sometimes we have the tenacity to say something assuming that the sellers understand, but I really want, for you to understand. So you have two sold. Sold properties are property that actually close. The sellers sold the home. So usually what happens and why is this important? It gives us an idea of where the appraisal is going to be and an idea on where the market is saying that we need to be. Okay. So when we have a buyer, we go under contract, which most buyers use a financing road, like they go through the loan process and get a loan to buy a property. They're usually older in appraisal. So I don't know if you remember when you bought this property, did you have to go through the process or you bought this cash?
no, I financed this and I bought something else. So I just went through the appraisal process for new construction. So yeah, I remember. I'm familiar with it. I don't remember what this appraised for though when I bought it like, 10 years ago, but I do remember it.
So usually buyers that want the property to appraise higher so they can move in with equity. And I'm sure that's what you would like.
Yes.
So if we are already above the appraisal value, okay, well, the number that the appraisal come up with, what's going to happen is that the lender is going to ask you to drop the price. And you don't have to drop the price. You really don't have to do anything that they're asking. But again, if you really want to sell, what's going to happen is that the buyers are going to pull out from the deal, and we are going to go back on the market, get another buyer for the same exact price, and go through the exact same process.
Mm.
And it's just gonna keep on falling, falling. So we need to avoid that. We really need to stay out of it, because if that happens twice or three times, it's going to look like we have an issue. Like buyers are going to think that, oh, there's an issue with this property, but there is no issue at all.
Yeah, I don't want
Yeah.
to go through that. I really don't.
Yeah. So active listings basically gives us an idea of how we need to position ourselves when we go back on the market. Like we want eyes on our condo. So we don't want to be priced higher than them. That's my overall suggestion. We don't want to be equal with them, because we want eyes on us. When we have more eyes on us, we might have multiple offers in this market. You can create a multiple offers, which give us room to even get you higher than your competition. To
So,
neg-
sorry, can you say that again? So you said we don't want to be equal with the competition?
like say for example, this property is at 449,500, okay, and the other property is at 445,500. We don't want to be there around that price range. We want to be a little lower so we can attract more buyers to us, which will give us the ability to have room to negotiate for something higher than your competition if
I
we have
don't know if
multiple
I see
offers.
that. No, I don't
I'm
know if I
sorry?
see that. I don't think so because I don't want to lower my price just unnecessarily against my competition.
Okay, so here's the thing. And I totally understand where you're coming from. The average days on the market right now, it's 77 days. So, right, let's take a look of the active listings, okay? So these two listings, well, I'm not even going to count this one, more of this one here, which
Hmm.
is really closer to you. It has been on market for 82 days, already at 449,500.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then you have this one that just was just listed for 11 days at 400,000. I'm sorry. I'm French, sorry.
It's
437, you get that.
yes. Yes.
So what I'm saying is that we need to like create more attention to us. And buyers, what they are looking is not just the property, but also the price, especially that they know they have more options. if we can if we can have more attention to us and have at least two offers, even if we have one offer, I am still able to negotiate to have them bid against themselves, so we can get you what the competition has for a very short period of time, or even a little above that. So what we want is just to create an illusion that we are cheaper than our competition, because remember, these properties, they are in the same building as us. Now, why am I saying that? And like I said, I want you to get your property sold faster, but not give it away. Let's take a look of this home over here. Okay, this is 322 Turtle Creek, apartment 611. They actually renovated the entire property. It's completely renovated. Now, let me show you how our property looks, comparing to this one. No, no. Okay. How do you compare our property and this property?
I mean, mine's just a little bit more dated.
Yeah, I know that you have done some work in the bathroom, but this one is really and recently renovated. It's more modern. So also our property has more potential, of course, but when buyers are actually looking in our building, they are going to see this one been on the market for 82 days or 86 days for 449, and then they are going to compare our condo with this one. Now, let me ask you this question. Let's just pretend that you and now are back on the market looking for a condo. When you look at these two properties, which one would you pick?
Between mine and the recently renovated one.
Yes, and I know you were last on the market at 493, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. I like my updates. So, I mean, I'm biased because I've lived in the house and I like it. I don't know though. Maybe buyers would want something more modern than mine, more updated. I mean, I can see that. I mean, I just built new construction, so I get,
Mhm.
wanting things to be nice and new. So, yeah. I mean, okay, so at what price then? Because I came off at 493. This one, you said this one has been on the market for 82 days?
86 days. Let me make sure. Yeah, 82 days. 82.
Okay. So I don't want to be on the market for 82 days because it's just not what I want to do. I don't want it sitting. What is the average days in the complex? You didn't mention that.
77 days.
Oh, you did. Okay, 77 days.
Hmm.
Okay, well, I don't want it taking that long either. So, okay, well, what price do you think then?
Sure. And before we even go to conclusion, I just want to let you know that you are on a higher floor. So a higher floor on condominium is usually higher, like higher
Right.
price point. That's what I wanted. Well, I suggested that we really be priced a little under our competition. That just for that reason, so we can, be able to negotiate for something higher. So let's take a look of the average price per square footage, which is 349. And I'm not sure if you have a calculator. I like to go based on the numbers. It's easier. So if you do 1154, sorry, I don't know if you have a calculator. You can calculate with me at the same time.
Sure.
So 1154 times 349,
1154.
yeah, times 349. My calculator is not really responding. What price
It's
do you have
four
there?
$402,746.
So currently the market is actually telling us that's where we need to be. Now, as you can see, this home, the one that we just looked at it, the one that is really renovated, that is more modern, they have been there for 82 days. They are likely going to reduce the price. So I don't want you to keep on reducing, but that's why I want to go on the market with a very strong list price.
The 349 you just said, what is that? Is that based off of actives or closed?
The both of the average of everything. That's the average of everything. So they
Okay.
usually calculate, but yeah, so they usually calculate based on what is closed actually, sorry.
Okay, so it is based off. Okay, good. Because I don't
Yeah.
want to compare it to the.
Because the one that is active in our condo, it's also the same price. So
It
that's
is.
why I say it was based on everything. But that is and you can see this one went for 355, which is slightly higher. And it took them 124 days to close. And I am 100% sure that they even sell it for under the list price.
Yeah, yeah, that's a long
But
time.
what I want is to create rooms for us to even negotiate a little bit. That's what I want.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's what I always want actually. But look at this property here. It's 369, okay?
Wow.
It's slightly bigger than us. same numbers of bedroom and bathroom, and it is still listed for 369. Let's take a look at this property.
Yeah, but that one's on the third floor.
Mm-hmm. It is on the third floor. There, what we have to do is to compare apartments in our building. We don't compare per floor. However, the floor is going to give us an idea of, okay, that's on the lower floor is probably cheaper, and that is on the higher floor. That's how we compare. Because not every buyer wants to be in a higher floor. Some people prefer to be on a lower floor, or maybe because of the price, they just prefer to go with the lower floor. How do you compare this and your condo?
I mean, I feel like it's like probably kind of similar in terms of updates.
Yeah, it is
Are they
similar.
pool facing though?
Sorry?
Are they pool facing?
This one, no, it's not pool facing. Let me make sure. No, it's not.
Oh, okay, good, good.
Mm-mm. It is not pool facing, and it's on the third floor. You also have this property here. It's on a higher floor. It's really higher than you at 437. They just listed, of course, same number of square footage, numbers of bedrooms and bathroom. Let's take a look at this.
Okay, so I think so what are you suggesting? Are you suggesting the 402 number? Is that what we're thinking?
So according to the market, yes. That's really where we really can start at that price.
And
Because
how
if
long
you
do you
read,
think it's gonna take me at that price?
so the average days on the market is 77 days. So if you want to be more aggressive, I would suggest a little under 400, but I can't really give you a time frame on how long it will take because no one knows the future. But based on the market, it should take you less than that because buyers are still buying in the condo or in the area. They are still buying. So if we are priced really under, it should be going quicker and faster because we are really under the competition.
Okay. Um, it's fine. We can do the 402. Yeah, I don't want to go lower than that.
Okay. So forward two is the price?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And if you would like, the paperwork is just here. I can go through the contract with you and we can get it sold.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I do have the two other meetings with the agents I spoke about. So what was your commission?
So commission on a listing price is 3%. However, on the buying side, it's 100% negotiable. It's really up to you. I can't negotiate on that. But what
Okay.
I have been seeing sellers doing is offering starting at 2% and see how the offers comes in and go up to 2.5%.
Okay. So your commission, you're saying just for you is 3%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I did ask one of the agents that I told you about that I'm meeting, Christine
Yeah.
Brewery. I asked her you know, what her commission was, and she told me over the phone that it was 2% as a listing agent. So is that something that you're looking to match?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you let's go over the agents, okay? I was able to look at their profile, and I do know that you are really serious and you really want to get this property sold. So, since you mentioned Christine, I do have her profile here. I don't know if you knew that she's from New York. She just moved here in Texas. And I don't know, I mean, I'm pretty sure she can do a really good job. I'm not saying that she can, but I just want to know what kind of agent do you want to work with? Do you want to work with a local expert or do you want to work with an agent? Because if she just moved in here, I'm assuming what she will reduce her commission to get more business and build her portfolio, I mean her track record.
Mm,
So what exactly do you want? Do you want high level premium marketing, higher negotiation, or is the commission that you're trying to serve? Because when we talk, you mentioned that you want a professional seller quicker for the highest amount possible that you can get on the market.
Right. Yeah, no, I totally appreciate you, looking at her track record too before I speak with her. And I obviously didn't know that she just moved here. Sure, she's a great agent, just like you. I don't know her. But again, I mean, 3% just feels a little bit high. I know, the lawsuit happened with your industry a year ago, and a lot of people have been pushing back on the reason why the housing market is so overinflated is because of real estate commissions. And look, I'm sure you do, justify your commission. It's just that, 3% is really high for me. And I do need to take the equity out of here because I have some stuff I need to pay off. So, I mean, I would be happy and fine to meet you somewhere in the middle, but 3%, it just seems too high for me.
What is the commission that you have in mind for the buyer's agent?
I don't know. I'm open to that. I'm not, I don't want to do it too low for the buyer's agent because I don't want to decentivize them from coming to the house. But I just feel like
Mm-hmm.
as a listing agent, yeah, I'm thinking 2% sounds pretty good.
Okay, I mean, I understand. I really know that you want to make the most money possible, but I just want to know if I don't know. Usually, when sellers tell me that, it's like maybe I lost them somewhere. Maybe I haven't provided enough marketing that we do. I know you were in a rush. And I just want to let you know that it's very important for you to hire the best of the best. And the best of the best comes with everything. Usually, the commission that you pay, it doesn't go like 100% doesn't go to me. It goes back to you, back to your property. So it's like you are really investing in yourself. And I will hate to list your home while other people are paying 30%. I won't be able to actually do everything that I do because I'm cutting my commission. I would really, really hate to do that because I like to serve every client to the best, give them the best that I can. So I don't know if a discounted agent will be able to sell in this area, considering the fact that I have a track record here. But this is not really about me. It's really about you and your condo and getting it sold faster and do the right thing. So you're just investing back in yourself. So 3% would be normally I actually charge 4 to 5% when people really want to sell faster and really want all the media. But I think for your condo, premium media and international marketing and social media marketing should do the work. So that usually takes about 3% to pay the staff, invest in your condo, and of course the agent's fee. So
Um, yeah, I mean, look, I appreciate it. I mean, I totally hear what you're saying. I definitely don't want to discount, the marketing. That's important for me. I don't want to cut corners in that area. Um, so, I can definitely understand the value. Yeah, and I do appreciate it. I mean, it seems good. I just want to wait until I connect with those agents on Monday, Tuesday, because I did set an appointment with Brooklyn and the other person that I already told you about. I know you said she just moved here.
yeah, she just moved here, and also the other agent, I think he never sold in this apartment complex. So I'm not trying to discourage you at all. I'm really trying to for you to hire the best of the best. I mean, it doesn't matter if you hire any other agent, but I just really want you to know that what it's going to take to get your property. So then it looks like I have what it takes. Do you feel like I do have what it takes to get this condo sold?
I do. I do definitely feel like you have what it takes. And so I definitely see the value. I mean, I appreciate everything that you shared with me. I just feel bad for canceling on these people because one of them was referred, the Christine person was referred by a family friend that she helped her buy something here. And then the other girl called me just like you. So I just would feel bad just canceling those appointments.
I totally understand that. I mean, we all, I mean, I have found myself in that position before. This is what I'm going to propose to you. Oh, let me ask you this question. I only have This is my one and final last offer. I love to offer that to my sellers, especially in your position. And because I really want to help you and I know that I can get it done. We signed today. I'm listing your home for 2.5%. If I sell it above the asking price, we can increase my commission to 3% when you see the value that I'm going to bring and how I'm going to negotiate for the highest amount possible. We list the home at 402, listing price 2.5%. If I can get you 4.5, 4.10, or 4.20, like anything above the list price, we are going to increase my commission to 3%. How does that sound?
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get it sold because I already called the photographer. Everybody's already ready to have you on board.
Okay, great. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Well, I'm really excited to working with you and I'm looking forward to getting it sold.
Me as well. Thank you.
Jesus.
Good job.
Huh?
It's a good job.
That was
Yeah.
so good. That was so good. Love that.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, Gabriella, go ahead with your
Yes.
feedback.
All right, cool. So, all right, one thing that I really liked is that you brought up in the marketing plan, the database and like the pipeline of buyers that you already have. I think that this is it's just the way that you executed it and brought it up about like already working with buyers. You said sending postcards out to, local apartment complexes. It just shows that you understand the demographic of who's going to be obviously buying this type of property. So I feel like that's something that the seller would appreciate. Um, I like the guarantee weekly update example that you gave. So I thought that was really cool because it shows like high level of accountability. Um, I don't, okay, this is what I wrote down. So at the very beginning, when I said, just go through like what you have for me, so you said, we're going to talk about the marketing, then we're going to talk about the price, and then we're going to talk about the commission. So actually, in our prequel, I didn't mention really commission to you. So I know I kind of like brought that up after the fact, but I only brought it up because you said we're going to talk about the commission. I think that if the seller doesn't bring it up in the pre-qual as like
Yeah.
something, that's like pressing for them, I think everybody has to kind of ask like all sellers, even if you pre-qual them and they don't bring up commission, they'll just be like, hey, well, can you lower it? Like just because they feel like they need to ask. And then, if you close them, they might just be fine. Like there's no need to explain. But I brought up the commission because you brought up the commission. So I would say don't even bring up, the commission because yesterday I was on a presentation and I just went for the close. I didn't even bring up the commission. Like it doesn't matter. It's fine. So just don't bring it up unless, excuse me, unless they bring it up to you. Um, and then I also wrote down, oh, when you said, I want to help you sell it for the most amount of money. I thought that was really good. Obviously, you're like reiterating that like you guys are on the same team, you have the same goals. So I thought that was great. You did say something in the middle of it. I think you were like gonna say something else. You said, I don't care about, and then you said, well, I want to help you sell it for the most amount of money. So just be careful. Because I think you were trying to say something else at the same time as you were reiterating, I want to help you sell it for the most. Um, Okay, I like how you mentioned we want to be lower than the competition. I think that's so important to like help sellers understand because those other comps were sitting on the market for a long time. And so you didn't want to be another stale listing. So good job with explaining that. And then I love the commission handler, and you're really investing in yourself. Like this money is investing in your marketing for my ability to get the job done. So I like how you really made it about them. And then you said, I really want to help you. I know I can get it done for like your final close. So I think that, yeah, I just felt very smooth. I felt the confidence and I felt the empathy from your side that you really were trying to help me as the seller get it done. So I think that yeah, that's pretty much it. Very good job overall.
Thank you. I think it's the same thing. Commission. Forgot about the commission.
Yeah, don't even bring it up because I'm like, you don't even need to.
Yeah. Oh, well, my feedback, I would say it's funny because I just presented the CMA to the seller, and I think I don't know, I think I forgot. I think I had a really good CMA. I didn't even have to go through a lot to the CMA, and it was really like clear, like black and white. So
Mm.
I guess I wasn't I, I presented the CMA on Wednesday. I think I forgot. So just more, how you call this, practice and then remember the CMA even on the role playing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
no,
think
good
that would be
job
my
though.
feedback. And then what else? No, I don't, I think that's it. Maybe I'm going to rewatch it and see. Okay, this.
Yeah, exactly.
I have some
Anyone else?
feedback, Naomi. So I really liked when you said, I don't want you
Sorry,
to const.
who's this?
Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Shania.
This is Shanira. Yes, yes, from New Jersey. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, good. I'm listening.
Yeah, so when you said, I don't want you to be constantly reducing, let's just start strong up front because your competition has 82 days on market. They're probably going to reduce soon. That was really good. I don't think I heard that one before. So I wrote it down. I'm going to use it.
Great. Anything else that I need to improve?
So, not really. I feel like you were very confident and you sound like you know what you're talking about. You didn't hesitate very much. Um, I think when Gabriella asked you about would you lower your commission, you said yes, absolutely. Let's talk about the other agents. That's the only time that I said maybe she shouldn't have said yes, absolutely, because it sounds like you were like, sure, I'll reduce it and let's talk about the other agents. I think you were just trying to repeat and approve. But
Yeah.
other than that, I think you were really good. Uh,
So
great
yes,
job.
and absolutely, because I knew, because I think in my mind I already knew Gabriela was going to push that, and I knew that I had to use my last cards, like, let's go ahead and two and a
Yeah,
half, and then increase my commission
makes
for higher
sense.
if I negotiate for something higher. I think it was already in my mind, but yeah, I think it was just yes, I mean approve. Okay, anything else or anybody else?
Great
I
job.
know Alexandra has a lot, so I'm really excited to hear from her. Thank you, Shania.
I thought you did really well, Naomi. You did
Oh,
really. I would agree with the commission because in mine I do like I start with the marketing and then obviously the comps. So I never mention commission obviously until I get to the end, and most times they ask, but I just wait for them to ask. I mean, honestly, I thought you did really well. I liked I like that you said, I want to make you the most money possible. And at the same time, I want to be, I think you said something about being honest with you, which I think was good because I think, you go, okay, I'm here to make you the most money. But at the same time, can I be completely honest with you? I like that you said 2 to 3 hours to do research. I usually say that. And sometimes I like, should I, shouldn't I? So I like that you said that. You ask her questions throughout, which is really good. I'm working on that.
mhm.
Um, you sound, I liked at the end that when you kind of said, okay, 2.5%, you were really, you really said it with conviction, like you actually cared. You almost was, it was really good. It wasn't like, you almost didn't sound like a salesperson. You really sound like you care. That's a good strategy to say, okay, I'll lower the commission, but if I make, you the money, whatever you want, then it's going to be 3%, or if it's going to lower. That's a good strategy. I haven't thought about that. And in my market, Lord knows, I need to find different strategies to get my commission. Um, uh, yeah, I mean, my,
10:52. Good morning, Loria. I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, use the bathroom. You too.
yeah, I
Go
think,
ahead, Alexandra.
yeah, I think, anyway, I think that's it. I was distracted with a client in between texting. I have a question for you. Um, You told her she could fire you and you still give her $1,000?
Okay, so she gets $1,000 and she can fire me, or she can still get $1,000 every time I miss the weekly report. She does. She has
Oh,
the
the
option
weekly
to fire.
update. All righty. Well, that's a good thing, because that's to say I'll give you 1,000 if you don't, if I don't,
And
follow.
trust me, I'm never gonna pay you. Never.
That was one thing I was like, that would be very enticing for a seller. Like, oh, she's gonna give me $1,000. That might be a
Yeah,
very enticing,
but
to
no,
a
she
seller.
never makes the report.
And the
Anyone else?
fire you,
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I
Just
hear
let me know when you finish.
no, the fire you, I hear a few agents say that, and I know Brandon, that's his strategy. I don't know if I would use it, but I've heard a few agents that are, that are using it, and I said it's Brandon's strategy.
What is it? What is Brenda's strategy? Sorry, I missed that.
Fire me anytime.
Fireman?
Fire you. You like that client can
Fire. Okay, fire me. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Hmm.
there are agents who use, and I know it's Brandon's strategy. I just think I would never use it and give them, that opportunity. But no, I get it that some agents do use it, and as I said, it's Brandon's strategy. So if it works for you, great. But on the whole, listen, you did amazing. You did great. So
Okay, thank you so much.
yeah.
Anyone else? And we have 3 more people. I would love to hear your feedback. Anyone else?
Hey, Omi, I'm sorry I was in and out. I'm traveling right now, but I think your presentation was very strong, very confident. I liked how you asked her questions throughout the presentation. You kept her engaged during your conversation with the agent versus just waiting to the end to ask the questions. I liked how you did very very well presenting your value, and also in your comp analysis I like how you kind of built up to why you wanted to go with a lower listing price. I like how you built up to that scenario. The one question I had when I came back in, I was, like I said, I was in and out, but the one question I had with someone already addressed was when she asked about the commission, if you would reduce your commission, you said yes, absolutely. And I was like, she's just gonna, she's gonna go ahead and agree to do that. But I see what you did in the end. But overall, very, very great, very strong presentation.
Yeah, thank you so much. Any constructive feedback? And also the fact that you said that I'm engaging. I wasn't engaging at all. This is thanks to this role playing. I don't know if Gabriella, you remember. I was just speaking through and you say, hey, you need to start using examples. So every time that I'm using that example of, do you remember when you first bought this home? I always think about you. So I think it's because of the practice. So yeah, I think that was one thing that I'm doing good. Well, starting doing good now.
Yeah, good time.
The one thing that I would say is just in that question about the commission, to be careful how you respond to that part. When you said yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely, because I might be able to work that out. I mean, I
You're
don't
open
know.
to
Is
considering.
there a better way to affair, how you say that? Approve, whatever, how you call this? Approve what? Repeat and approve. Is there a better way, a better term maybe that I can use?
For that question.
I think a level shift, Naomi, like when a seller says, can you lower your commission? You can say, Mr. Seller, I completely understand, from your perspective, you're thinking the lower the commission, the more money you make, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Can I share with you actually how, that perspective is actually harmful to you, and then go into it?
Okay. Yeah, I
So
think that would be
you're
best.
validating them and you're level
Mhm.
shifting into the truth, which is what you already said about investing in the marketing, because
Yeah.
marketing is investing in themselves.
Yeah. Okay. No, I agree on that. I think essence of absolute is like, okay, let's get the deal done. Let's get the paper signed. Okay, cool. Thank you. Tanisha, any feedback before we wrap this up?
Um, you know, it was really, really good. I love all the rebuttals. I love the positioning. I came in late on one of the things you said. I heard the end of it. You said, and just for clarification for me, because I loved it, you was like, I don't want to put you on the market and keep dropping because of all the other active listings. Is that like how you was positioning the pricing? If I heard that correctly?
Yeah.
So is that when you use that as a statement, is that just to clarify, because I just want to make sure I understand, you're doing that because you want to go below the comps that's in the area
Yeah,
because they're active?
I want to be more aggressive when we go on the market. And yeah, like I just want to, I guess, prepare the mindset so we can be on the same page when we look at these comps.
Okay, so okay. That, and I just asked because I kind of got that situation going on with one of my listings right now. I have like 7 actives, and again, it's like I don't want to keep dropping the price. What is the best way to go? Going hard, so we can get and compete. So I just wanted to get your mindset on it. But you did really, really well on the calls. I love, of course, Gabriella, how you was coming in and telling her, oh, I feel bad about this, or this person referred me with this, and even saying like I'm a local expert, I could get it done. So it was good. You kept positioning yourself to be the pick.
Yeah, thank you. And I think this market is just funny. So now the way that I'm conducting my presentation, I'm just very careful when it comes to the price. I just want to make it clear. This is just a normal presentation, but now the market is just weird. So I'm just be careful when I speak about the price and set the right expectation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
well, I think next Saturday, Shaniza will be the agent, and who's going to be the seller? Anyone want to be the seller?
I'll be the seller.
Okay.
I'll be the seller. I'm usually
Looking
on the
So,
forward
road,
to
but
it.
yeah, I'll be the road. I'll be the road.
okay. All right, so I will have both of you scheduled so me and Gabriella can take a break.
Yes, I know you guys been doing it all the last couple of times. Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
thank you so much for coming today, and your feedback was very valuable. You enjoy your weekend. Bye.